of the Always Believe House. Today we're going to continue reviewing for your STAR test. And it's going to be F-U-N, fun, fun, fun. Today we're going to be on Category 2. And it is going to be a blast, just like eating Oreo cookies. So a magical whiteboard appears, and let's start rocking and rolling on these amazing, fun math problems. Okay, so on the first part, remember, I'm putting the teaks in there so you can see what you have to do, okay? Determine the slope of a line given a table of values, a graph, 2 points, and an equation in various forms, okay? Just got to be able to get the slope of a line, which is the difference of y over the difference of x, right? So let's go to this. Please know this. The slope of a horizontal line, it's going to be y equals something, and it has a slope of 0. Please don't miss that on the test. The slope of a vertical line goes straight up and down. It's going to be x equals something, and it's undefined. Okay, so please don't miss those on the test. Let's go to number 2. I'm only going to do one of these for you. Well, I'll do 2 of them. There's 2 different ways. First off, the formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? So draw your fraction bar, put 2 minuses. You're going to put 3 minus 5 on the top, and you'll put 8 and 2 on the bottom. Okay, and then just type that into the calculator. Please don't miss this. And it's going to be negative 2 over 6, which is going to be negative 1/3 in it. Okay, negative 2 over 6, which is negative 1/3. The other way to do this, okay, make a T-chart, x and y, and then put your numbers in. Negative 2, negative 1. This is kind of what you'll do if you have a table anyway. And negative 3, negative 5. Then do your tick marks. To go from negative 2 to negative 3, you're going backwards. You're going to go 1 over. To go from negative 1 to negative 5, you're going to the right. You're going positive. You're going to go 4 over. This is your y minus y. This is your x minus x. So it's going to be 4 over negative 1, which is negative 4. You do it either way, okay? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, okay? Continuing on. You've been doing these on your STAR reviews a lot. Please don't miss this. Okay, remember the slope is right here. So m equals 3/4, and the slope is right here. M equals 1/2. Remember the shortcut I told you for standard. It's negative a over b, right? Remember, it's ax plus by equals c. If you solve it for y, you're going to do negative a over b. So this is going to be negative 3 over negative 2. 2 negatives makes a positive. 3 over 2 is your slope. Piece of cake. Let's keep going and having F-U-N, fun. Okay? Okay, now they calculate the rate of change of a nonlinear function represented tably, graphically, or in the context of a real-world solution. So find the rate of change, okay? It's y per x, right? Tacos is y is x. And then you're just going to tick mark 2 of them. So from 2 to 4 is a positive 2. From 3 to 6 is a positive 3. This is my x minus x. This is my y minus y. It's going to be 3 over 2. Since this deals with money, we're going to make it dollars and penny. So $1.5 per taco would be my slope, okay? Let's go to the next one, okay? Y per x. So the y is dollars, the x is tacos. I would just tick mark the first 2. From 3 to 7 is 4. And then if you subtract these, 574, I'm going to have to do that to the side, minus 246, 6, 14, 8, 2, 3, 328. Okay, so this is my y minus y, this is my x minus x. I'm going to get 328 over 4, which is going to be 81. So $81 per what? Tire. Remember, your slope is y per x. That's how you write it out. Okay? This one right here, Notice the y-intercept is 0, 8, and my x-intercept is 4, 0. So it's going to go down 8 and over 4 in it. So I'm going down 8 over 4, right? That means my rate of change is going to be -2/1 or -2, right? Make sure if you have a graph, you just go down, up and down and to the right. Always go from left to right to get your slope. Okay, the next one right here. Bubba purchased 6 Whataburgers for $10.80. Jimmy John purchased 4 Whataburgers for $7.20. What is the cost of 3? Okay, so we're going to find the constant rate of change on this. So let's just use these two. 10.8 divided by 6. If you do the arithmetic, you'll get $1.48 would be $1.80. Let me make sure that's right. 10.8 divided by, so go to home, calculate. 10.8 divided by, is it 6 or 8? Divided by 6 should be 1.8. So I did it right. So $1.80, right? Now then, we want to find 3 hamburgers. So y equals $1.80 times 3 would be $5.40. This has direct variation, doesn't it? Okay. You could have also set up a proportion and solve that, okay? Continuing on. F-U-N, fun. Okay, we want to go from point A to point D. So I want to go from here to here. Okay, so I'm going to go down and to the right, aren't I? I'm going to go down 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 5. So -2 over 5 would be my slope. Everyone see how to do that. Piece of cake. Let's do C and D. I'm going to change colors. So C is right here. D is right here. Always go left to right. So I'm going to go down and to the right, aren't I? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 4 over 2. -4 over 2 would be -2, would it? Change colors again. Point E to C. So I want to go from here to here. That's just a flat line in it. A flat line has a slope of 0. And point A to point B. So from here to here, let me change colors one more time. I'm going to go up and over, aren't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. I went up 4. And then I went over 2. 4 over 2 equals 2 in it. So that would be a slope of 2. So just make that right triangle. Do y'all see how you're making a right triangle right there? Make the right triangle. Go up and down to the right and count up how much you go up or down and to the right. That will be your slope. Number 8. Okay. This is the car at let's say 0 gallons, and then we put 18 gallons of gas in, right? Okay, so we're going to do 36114 minus 35250 divided by 18 minus 0. So 18 gallons will go how far, right? So right here, you start at not 0 gallons in the car, but that's how many gallons you have used. You have used 0 gallons. At this amount, you have used 18 gallons, right? What would the constant rate of change be for miles per gallon? This is miles per gallon, right? Okay, so we're going to type this into the calculator, or I might be able to do this by hand. 114, so it's going to be 4, 6, 8, 864 divided by 18, and then 864 divided by 18, that's 4, 72, 54, 45, I think it's 45. 36114, control divide. 36114, Jiminy crickets. 36114 minus 35250. 35250 divided by 18. Hit enter. Did I 48? Is that what I got? 48, not 45, 48. Oh, 48 miles per gallon. Ho, 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 ho. F-U-N, fun. Let's go turn the page. Okay. Graph linear functions on the coordinate plane that identify key attributes, including the x-intercept, the y-intercept, the zeros, and the slope, okay? Remember, your x-intercept is called the 0. So write that down. Your x-intercept is called the 0 of the function. Okay? So let's do line A. This is my slope. This is my y-intercept. I'm going to start off at 6, and my slope tells me to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and repeat the process. Down 3, over 4, and then I can go up 3, left 4, can I? 1, 2, 3, let me zoom in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be line A. Okay, let's go to the right. Line A, the x-intercept is 8, the y-intercept is 6, and the slope is negative 3/4. Piece of cake. Let's go to line B. Line B, we need to get the ordered pair. Remember, this is my y, this is my x, and when I pull it out, I'm going to get the opposite. So my point is negative 4, 2. So put a dot at negative 4, 2, and my slope is negative 2. That means from this dot, let me do a different color. From this dot, I'll go down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, and keep repeating the process. Then go up. You've been doing this on your star reviews, haven't you? Connect the dots. This is line B. So go over here. Line B has a x-intercept at negative 3, which is the 0 of the function, a y-intercept at negative 6, and the slope's negative 2 in it. Ho, 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 ho. Let's go to the next one, line C. On line C, get the intercepts. The x-intercept is equal to 12 divided by 3, which is 4 in it. The y-intercept is 12 divided by 2, which is 6. So put a dot on the x-axis at 4 and put a dot on the y-axis at 6. Now then the slope is negative 3/2 in it. So from this dot, down 3/2, down 3/2, down 3/2, down, am I doing that right? Down 3/2, down 3/2, repeat the process, up 3, left 2, and this is my line C in it. Remember, if you have standard form, ax plus by equals c, negative a over b is your slope, c over a is your x-intercept, and c over b is your y-intercept. That's a real easy way to graph the line. You don't have to solve for y, okay? Just remember that, okay? You could solve for y and do mx plus b if you wanted to. It's got to give you the same line. So line C, the x-intercept is at 4, which is called your 0. The y-intercept is at 6, and the slope is negative 3/2. Okay? Line D, I'm going to do in blue. So x equals negative 4. It only crosses the x-axis, and it crosses right here, doesn't it? And then line E, I'm going to do in blue too at negative 8, and it does this, doesn't it? Okay? So, let's go down here. Which one has a 0 slope? Line E. This is line E, and this is line D in it. So, line E has a 0 slope. Line D has a no slope. Which line has a 0 of 4? The 4 was right here, which was line C. Which has a 0 of 8, which is right here, and that is line A. Okay? So make sure you know that the x-intercept and 0 is the same thing. If you were to graph the line and hit Control-T on your calculator, the number with 0 to the right would be your 0, wouldn't it? Okay? Continuing on. Graph the set of linear inequalities. The key on this. Okay, yeah, let's put it right up here. Let's go to the left. If you have less than, you will shade down. If you have greater than, you will shade up, right? Don't forget that, okay? Less than means shade down, greater than means shade up. We're not going left or right because our equation will have y equals something. So the y-axis goes up and down. So less than, shade down, greater than, shade up. Don't think about left or right anymore. So let's go to these problems. Okay, right here, my y-intercept's at 6. My slope's 3/4, up 3, right 4, up, and I can't go up 3 again. We go up 3. I went up 2. Up 3, right 4, and then I'm going to go backwards. Down 3, left 4, down 3, left 4, so I'm right here. It has an equal bar, so it's solid. Now then, my y is positive, and I have a less than, so I'm going to shade down. So my shaded area would be down here, would it? That means all of the ordered pairs down here work. All of the ordered pairs above the line would be true. All of the ordered pairs above the line would be false. That's what you are graphing, okay? Let's go to the next one. On this one here, get your intercepts, because it's in standard. So X-intercept is going to be -8 divided by 4, which is -2. My Y-intercept is going to be -8 divided by -2, which is a +4. So put a dot on the Y-intercept at 4 and at the X-intercept at -2. And my slope is going to be -4 over -2, which is 2 over 1 in it. So this is going to work. The slope's 2 over 1. So it just goes up 2 over 1, doesn't it? Repeat the process going down. Make all those dots, okay? It has an equal bar, so the line's solid. Now then the trick here, the Y's negative. If the Y's negative, your inequality flips. So it's going to go from less than to greater than. If the Y's negative, which means you shade up. So I'm going to shade this line going up, aren't I? Which means everything above the line is going to work. Okay? Go to the next one. Okay, another standard. So we're going to divide 12. The X-intercept is 12 divided by 3, which is 4. The Y-intercept is 12 divided by -4, which is -3. Graph those dots. So the X-intercept's at 4. The Y-intercept's at -3, and my slope is -3 over -4, which is at 3/4, which is what I'm doing with my dots. So up 3 over 4 again, then down 3, left 4, and I can do it one more time, down 3, left 4. Now then this doesn't have an equal bar, does it? So the line will be shaded, okay, or dashed. Now then the Y is negative, so the inequality flips. If the Y is negative, you flip the inequality. Less than means shade down. I'm going to shade down. So everything below the line is going to get shaded. So all of the ordered pairs below the line make the inequality true. All of the dots above the line make the inequality false. That's what you're getting, okay? Turn the page! Or no, we got some more down here. What a fun time. Determine the effects of the graph, okay? So we're going to write this down here. Write down f of x equals a f parentheses bx minus c plus d. Remember, if it's a negative, it reflects across x-axis, right? The a is going to horizontally stretch it, or that's a horizontal stretch, or a horizontal, it's vertical. The A is vertical. Sorry about that. The B is a horizontal. And it's either a stretch or compress, okay? The C is going to be left or right, and the D is going to be up or down, okay? So those are the 4 things, or actually 5 things you need to know, okay? So the negative is going to reflect it. The A deals with a vertical stretch or vertical compress. The B is a horizontal stretch or horizontal compress. The C is going to be left or right, and it's opposite, and the D's up or down. So let's go to here. Okay, the 2 is in the A spot in it. So that's going to be a vertical stretch, which means the line is getting steeper, okay? The line's getting steeper, you vertically stretch it. Right here, the 4 is in the D spot in it. So that's going to be move up 4. You would translate up 4. I'm just doing shortcut here. The -3 is in the parentheses in it. If it's in the parentheses, it's opposite. It won't be left 3. It's going to be right 3. And you would write translate in front of it, right? Translate left 3, translate, right? Let's go to the next one. The 2 is inside the parentheses, which means it's a B. So it's going to be horizontally smashed to make steeper. So a horizontal compression. Okay, the 2 is in the A spot and the 5 is in the C spot. So a 2 is going to be a vertical stretch. And the 5, the opposite of negative 5 is positive 5. It'll be right 5. Okay? Right here, the negative is a reflect across x-axis. The 2 is going to be, it's going to make it steeper, so we're horizontally smashing it. So horizontal compression, I'm going to run out of room here. Horizontal compress. And then the plus 3 is going to go up 3. Piece of cake. This is not on the formula chart. You need to know this right here, okay? That's a biggie, okay? Hopefully they won't Staar test you on this. It could be there. Let's go over here. How is the graph transformed from the parent function? This 2 is in the A spot. That's a vertical stretch. A vertical stretch. You're going to make it steeper. A vertical compress means you make the line flatter, okay? The 1/2 is a vertical compress. The -5, that means you're moving it down 5. That's the y-intercept, isn't it? So down 5. This negative is a reflect across x-axis. And if you don't understand this, okay, if you don't understand it, you've got to know this down here, okay? You've got to know that key. We just did a lesson over this about a week ago, okay? So look back on the line transformations. And then lastly, the plus 3 is going to be up 3. Okay, unfortunately, this will not be on your formula chart, okay? I would copy this down, okay? Copy this down right here. So you can pause the video real quickly, copy that down. That is very important. You need to know what that A, B, C, and D does to the graph, okay? And was that the third page or the second? That's the second. I need to do one more page to make this work. Okay, let's go to this one right here. I'm going to do these top 3, then tomorrow we'll finish up the rest, okay? Graph a system of 2 equations and 2 variables and determine the solution. What you're doing is finding where the lines cross. Wherever the lines cross, that's the solution, okay? So let's look at this one. I like getting the x-intercepts if it's, well, this one right here is mx plus b. So it crosses at 9, and my slope's -3. Down 3, right 1, 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 down 3, right 1. That is this line right here. Now then, if you do this, do y'all see these dots? One of these dots will repeat and be on the other line. Let's do the next line. I'll do it in purple. So I'm going to have my x-intercepts going to be 4 divided by 2, which is 2. My y-intercepts 4 divided by -1, which is -4. So I'm going to graph these 2 dots. So the x-intercepts at 2, ding, 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 that's it. The y-intercepts at -4. And if I connect these lines right here, this is the intersection point. So the intersection point would be 2, 0. Now then, if I put 2, 0 into both of these, I get 3, 2, and it works. 2, 0, check and check. It makes both of them work, okay? That ordered pair makes both lines work. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, let me do this in red. This is my y-intercepts at -2, and my slope's 2 over 1. So up 2 over 1, I'm just going to keep drawing the dots. Draw all of those dots. That's not down 1. So down 2, left 1. Okay, so I have all my dots drawn, and now I'm going to connect the dots. One of those dots is going to repeat. Now then on this one, let's find the intercepts. The x-intercepts, -6 divided by 2, which is -3. The y-intercepts, -6 divided by -1, which is 6. So it's going to cross the x-axis at 6, or I'm sorry, the x-axis at -3 and the y-axis at 6, right? And I don't think this is going to work. Did I do that right? -6. Jiminy crickets. I'm like losing it. So the x-intercept's at -3. The y-intercept is at 6, okay? My slope would be up 2, right 1. So up 2, right 1, up. Notice what happens here. The lines are what? This slope is 2. This slope would be -2 over -1, which is 2, right? The slopes are the same. If the lines are parallel, the answer is no solution. So the two lines would never ever cross, right? You would have no solution because the slopes are the same. Let's go to the next one. Okay, let's do this one first. It's an mx plus b. My y-intercept is 3. My slope is 3/4. Put a dot at the 3. Then we're going to go up 3, right 4. So up 3, right 4, draw a dot. Up 3, right 4, draw a dot. And then I'm going to go backwards, down 3, left 4, down 3, left 4. F-U-N, fun, fun, fun. Connect the dots. Now then, let's do the other line in purple. I'm going to get my x-intercepts. My x-intercept is going to be negative 12 divided by 3, which is negative 4. My y-intercept is going to be negative 12 divided by negative 4, which is 3. So the y-intercept's 3, my x-intercept's negative 4. Notice it's going to graph this same line, right? So if it graphs the same line, you write down infinitely many solutions. Ho, 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 ho. F-U-N, fun, fun, fun. What you've just done, there's one solution, no solution, and infinitely many. That's what happens when you graph lines or do a systems of equations. Most systems have one solution. The two lines cross at a point. Okay, and I'm going to do this one for you. This is the last one we're going to do today. Okay, estimate graphically the solution. I'm not going to just plug this into the calculator, okay? So we're going to get the equations and use the calculator. On the STAR test, it will give you the graph. It's not going to make you graph it, okay? So notice it says estimate graphically the solution of systems. Just generate the equations and I will show you how to use a calculator, okay? A student bought 1 box of crayons and 5 reams of paper for $54. This is my x, this is my y. So 1x plus 5y equals 54. Then she bought 5 boxes of crayons, 5x, and 3 reams of paper plus 3y equals 50. So those are your two equations, right? Now then, this is where you use the calculator, menu, algebra, solve systems of equations 2, and then you hit enter. Never ever change this up. And then you're going to type in the equations. So x, and just start typing. X, notice it appears, plus 5y equals 54. Let me make sure I type that in right. Correct. Then 5x plus 5, 3, and 50. So hit the down button. 5x plus 3y equals 50. Not 5x, 50. So x plus 5y equals 54, 5x plus 3y equals 50. Just hit enter and boom, you're going to get the solution, which is 4, 10. Okay? So 4, 10 is your answer, okay? Which means a box of crayons costs $4 and a ream of paper costs 10. That's what that means, okay? Piece of cake. We'll continue this tomorrow. I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful day. Remember, you're going to pass this STAR test. Don't panic over it. Don't lose sleep. Make sure you're doing these reviews the night before your test. Just read through these papers. That's all you got to do. Make sure you're watching the video reviews. Watch the video, all of the video reviews. Make sure you're watching that. Remember, you are amazing. You are created to do wonderful things. And you are awesome.